Hello and welcome to Friday's English lesson this week for the main and challenge groups. Before we start, I just wanted to have a quick word about the worksheets because I know lots of you print these out at home. You do not need to print out all 7 pages. Now there are 3 different levels of difficulties within these pages, so I'm just going to take you through. The first page is the worksheet for the 1-star worksheet. Now this is not the same as the normal easy activity. The easy activity, there are separate worksheets for today. So this is an easier version of the main activity. So if your child sometimes finds the main activity a little bit difficult, you might want to give them the 1-star sheet today, which is just this very first page, page 1. If your child normally gets on okay with the main activity, then they are best off doing the 2-star activity, which is the one I expect most children to do. And that goes over 2 pages. So you'll need to print off pages 2 and 3. So that is, like I say, most children. So if you're not sure, go for 2-star. And then the 3-star activity, you can go straight onto that. Don't do the 2-star first if you would normally try the challenge activity. So 3-star is like the challenge activity today. And again, that's over 2 pages. So that is pages 4 and 5. And then the last 2 pages are the answers to all the sheets. So children, you shouldn't be looking at those until the very end to check your answers. So just to go over that again, if you want the easiest version of the main activity, just print page 1. That would probably be if you're in orange group, normally in English in school. If you normally are in yellow or green group, you'd be doing the 2-star main activity. Which is over pages 2 and 3. And then the challenge activity, which would normally be for blue group in school, yours is pages 4 and 5. Okay, so let's have a look at today's lesson. It's on a slideshow today. And we are learning to use an apostrophe for possession today. Now, there are 2 tricky words in that, Walt, apostrophe and possession, and we're going to cover both of those. So let's start off by thinking, why are we learning about apostrophes for possession? How are they going to help us with our writing? Well, they're going to help us with writing our non-chronological report on the Big 5, and I will show you why. We've got an apostrophe in this word here, Africa. And the apostrophe shows us possession. It shows us that something belongs to something else. And in this case, it's showing us that the Big 5 safari animals belong to Africa. That's where they come from. And when we're writing about those animals, we might want to talk about particular things belonging to those animals. We might want to talk about the elephant's tusks. We might want to talk about the rhino's horn. We might want to talk about the lion's mane or the leopard's claws. And so we use the apostrophe in those words to show possession, to show that something belongs to something else. So the reason that we're learning about this today is so when we do this piece of writing on the Big 5, we can use the apostrophe correctly in our writing, because it will make the meaning of our writing much clearer. And when we're writing about facts, that's really, really important. So let's think about that word possession. You might have heard the word possession. I've got some possessions around me. I have got my mug here. That's my possession. What else have I got? I've got a remote control. That's one of my possessions. Oh, flashing it on my mug. Got my diary here. That's another one of my possessions. So possessions are normally things that belong to us. And that's what the word possession means. It means when we own or have something, it's called possession. Here's an example. The blue bike belongs to Isa. The red car belongs to Jodie. The football belongs to Samira. It's Isa's bike. It's Jodie's red car. And that's Samira's football. So we can't do this with a partner, but you can have me as your partner today. I want you to write a sentence down for you. So here's an example. Here's Jacob. And he's saying, I love to ride my bike. So you could say the blue bike belongs to Jacob. Can you do that for these? Sophie's saying my skateboard is very fast. Jared is saying this kite is amazing. Anna is saying, I love my skipping rope. And a Queeb is saying, this is my favourite book. So pause the video and have a go at writing a sentence for each one now. Now, sometimes using the words belongs to doesn't sound right. For example, if we were introducing someone, we wouldn't say, these are the parents that belong to Madison. We'd say, these are Madison's parents. Here we go. This is what it looks like written down. These are Madison's parents. And can you see that apostrophe there? That shows that those parents do belong to Madison. But saying it that way sounds silly. We would say these are Madison's parents with the apostrophe. These are Madison's parents. So there's the apostrophe nice and big. This sentence contains an apostrophe. The apostrophe in this sentence tells us that the parents belong to Madison. We need the apostrophe to make it clear to our reader who it belongs to. Because there's other reasons why we sometimes put S on the end of a word. So when we say something belongs to someone, we add an S to the end of the word. However, we also do this when a word becomes plural. 1 cat, 2 cats. So we add an apostrophe before the S to show our reader that we mean belongs to. The cat's bed. We're not saying there's lots of cats. There's just one, but it's that cat's bed. The dog's bed. So, on your whiteboards or in your book or on a piece of paper, can you rewrite the sentences so that they contain an apostrophe? The first one has been done for you. Everybody liked the green and yellow bag that belongs to Umar. We could write that as everybody liked Umar's green and yellow bag. Remember, when we are showing that something belongs to one person, we add the apostrophe before the S. It's Umar's bag. So in Umar's, the apostrophe goes before the S. So can you have a go at these two sentences? The cute kitten belongs to Romy. Can you write that as Romy's kitten was cute? And the toy castle belongs to Zuhara. Can you write that as Zuhara's toy castle? Hoping you're pausing the video. Oh, we haven't got the answers on there. So shall we put the answers on here? So we had, let's just check. The cute kitten belongs to Romy. Did you write down Romy apostrophe S, kitten was cute? Or you could have just written it as Romy's cute kitten. Either way, the apostrophe needs to go before the S. Well done if you got that one right. And then the second one, the toy castle belongs to Zuhara. Did you write down Zuhara's toy castle? And again, the apostrophe goes before the S. Well done if you got those two right. Now let's have a look at the waggle that I wrote yesterday. And I have used some words with apostrophes for possession in my waggle. So the instructions say, please read the Big Five waggle and write down all the words containing possessive apostrophes in your book. Now there is one in each animal section, so we'll do the leopards together and then you can have a look in the other two. But a word of warning, there are some other words in here that have apostrophes that are not for possession. So don't be tricked. Let's do this first one together then. So there's none in the introduction. If you have a little quick scan, you can see there's no apostrophes in there at all. Let's read lively leopards together. Leopards are similar to house cats with whiskers and beady eyes. You wouldn't, oh, there's an apostrophe, want to pet them though, because they can be fierce, fast and ferocious. So let's look at wouldn't. Is that an apostrophe to say that something belongs to something else? No. That's an apostrophe to say that there's a letter missing. We know that wouldn't is short for would not. So that's not what we're looking for today. Amazingly, a leopard's, oh, there's an apostrophe. Amazingly, a leopard's tail is as long as its body, which helps it to balance. So is that apostrophe telling us that something belongs to the leopard. The leopard's tail. Does the tail belong to the leopard? Yes, it does. So can you write that one down on your piece of paper, your whiteboard, or in your book? Leopard's tail. Just write down those 2 words with the apostrophe in the right place. So now it's your turn. Can you read through the elephant paragraph? Can you find the word with the apostrophe used to say that the next word belongs to the elephant, and write those 2 words down? Pause the video now. Okay, did you find it? Well done if you wrote down elephant's trunk with the apostrophe before the S. And then can you find the one for the lions? Pause the video now and have a look. Did it with a trick one there, because you actually have to write down 3 words this time. Did you write down lion's beautiful mane? If you took the beautiful out and just wrote down lion's mane, that was correct as well. We had a little adjective sneaking in there. Lion's beautiful mane. Well done. So on to your main activity now. And I explained at the beginning of this video that you don't need to do all of the sheets on there. There are 3 levels of difficulty. So you will either be doing just the first page if you chose the 1 star, or if you're doing the 2 or 3, there are 2 pages. So you are rewriting the sentences with apostrophes in. And then on this second part, you've just got the name of the person and you've got to write a sentence. So you've got Sophia holding a teddy. So you need to write down Sophia's teddy. So you don't have to write whole sentences on that second part. You can just write it as a phrase. Good luck, and don't forget to email your work in.